Well. Good afternoon, West Ham fans. Russ, the West Ham Network. Hope you're safe and well. This morning we talk about 𝗛𝗏𝗧𝗜𝗍𝗏 Füllkrug, and apparently West Ham have given them their blessing to find a new club for January. But go back and watch that and let me know what you think. But it's the world famous Hammers headlines in association with the KUMB.com boys. Don't forget to check them out in the description below. Over 25 years in the game for the latest news, reviews, and opinions. 3 stories to talk about today. All only one transfer-related story you'll be thankful to ask. And that is this gentleman. Apparently West Ham, Leeds, and Bournemouth have all shown interest in Flamengo winger Gonzalo Plata. There we go, Gonzalo Plata. The Ecuadorian situation at Flamengo is been tense in recent weeks. A 25-year-old receiving 3 red cards, 2 in the Copa Libertadores, including 1 in the semi-final against Racing and another in a 2-2 draw with Sao Paulo. His latest dismissal upset fans, and his reply to a supporter on social media only made more tension for the player. He sounds perfect. Lopez reports that, the journalist Fabricio Lopez, who broke the news, reports that Flamengo's board feel increasingly frustrated by his behaviour, especially after he went to a nightclub days before a crucial match. This guy sounds even better. The club now intend to hear offers for him in the January transfer window, with West Ham, Leeds and Bournemouth have already made inquiries. Cruzeiro also reportedly interested, but Flamengo would prefer not to deal with a domestic rival. He joined Flamengo with big expectations. He's got a contract until June 2029. He's a left-footed player who plays mainly on the right, and it stands out for his speed, dribbling, and quick changes of direction. Not in a nightclub, by the sounds of it. He often cuts inside to shoot and creates chances, delivers accurate crosses from wide areas. Sounds like basically a backup for Jarrod Bowen, to be honest. His versatility allows him to play on both wings or in a central role. Despite his controversies, he remains a talented player who helped Flamengo win the Copa do Brasil in 2024, but he is suspended for the decisive Libertadores final. His next steps will depend on how the club handle his situation in the coming weeks. He sounds an absolute hoot. He sounds like the perfect person to come in and bring harmony to a West Ham fractious dressing room. Just get him all pissed, take him out of the nightclub. That's what we like. And it's okay because Nuno speaks Portuguese, so he'll be able to. I'm sounding stupid. Do Ecuadorian people speak Portuguese? I don't know. But anyway, let's see what happens. I think we'll be running a mile for this one, to be perfectly honest. Been sent off 3 times this season, and just gets pissed nights before the game. Perfect. Bring him in. What's the worst that can happen? In terms of that's people coming in January. In terms of people leaving in January, obviously we spoke at 𝗛𝗏𝗧𝗜𝗍𝗏 Füllkrug earlier today, but another player is getting a lot of clubs clambering, according to the article, for his signature, and that is Mahamadou Kanté. Now, according to reports, multiple championship sides have inquired about Kanté's potential availability in the new year, either on loan or on a permanent basis. He ain't going on a permanent basis. He's just signed a new deal to 2031. On loan, possibly. The 20-year-old obviously been training with Nuno Espirito Santos' first team in recent weeks, and is expected to maybe get some minutes in the near future. I think maybe with a cup run he could do. And it's believed that scouts from championship teams have been regularly keeping checks on the rising star. When you go and watch the under-21s play at Rush Green, basically you get you have the away the away team's parents, you have like the West Ham staff, you have, then the next one is a block of scouts. Literally, it's about a dozen scouts every game. Then you have the fans as well. It's quite funny. Obviously, he's scored 4 goals and 3 assists for the Hammers youth team so far, including, and that's across the EFL Trophy, the National Cup, and the Premier League too. Cracking goal of the week on Friday as well. And he scored, great goal from the edge of the box on his wrong foot, apparently, which was pretty impressive. But according to reports, the Frenchman, there could be a potential of him maybe going out on loan. Personally, I think it could be an interesting one. Going out on loan, I think that would help fast track him. But it's not a guaranteed success. Obviously, Freddie Potts, he went on loan and got fast-tracked in. George Earthy hasn't worked out so much, and Lewis hasn't worked out as much either, who's currently out on loan. Obviously, did get like 20 minutes or so for Stevenage at the weekend, but just going out on loan wouldn't necessarily guarantee him a fast track, but I think he needs to get games under his belt. I think he needs to. There's no doubt that the clubs see a lot of potential in him. You don't sign a player and then another 18 months later sign to another deal which lasts until 2031. You know, and I think, again, look at the players that West Ham have now put multi-year deals under in terms of the academy. They're the ones they see a future in. You know, Finn Herrick, he's on a new deal. You've got Kante, you've got Preston Fearon, you've got Josh Landers, you've got 𝗑𝗪𝗟𝗧𝗏, you've got Ezra Mayers. All these 6 players have all signed long-term deals in the last sort of 10 days. And there's a reason for that, because they see value in that. And obviously, if you see value in the academy, go and check the academy show. We do every Monday. And we go through all the players in more detail. We did a player profile yesterday about 𝗑𝗪𝗟𝗏. He's obviously made the bench for the first time in his West Ham career. And he turned 18 last week. So that's pretty impressive. I think for me, it would make more sense for him to go out on loan, possibly in January, or even in the summer, maybe go out on a season-long loan. You've got to see where the position he plays at the moment. It's sort of locked down with Fernandes and Potts. Kante's a very different type of person, obviously more physical, and there's no doubt there'll be a place for him in the side eventually. But I think he needs, look, I don't see, look at Freddie. Freddie's got 100-odd league appearances under his belt, albeit lower league appearances, but Championship and League One. Kante hasn't even got that really for League 2. He only played like a handful of games towards the end of last season. They'd already sort of guaranteed their promotion. So I think he would need and I think he's one of those types of players who, if he went to a Wickham or someone like that, he would end up being their player of the season, because he's so physically, he stands out. He's so, and even against men, he stands out as well. He's a very, very physically imposing man. I remember when Kenny Brown signed him, I texted him, he went, he is fucking huge. And that was his, and he's, you see him, he's like the big guy, the big kid at school who's always the captain of the rugby team, the captain of the football team, captain of the athletics team. Kante's like that. He reminds me of my old mate Chikoji Oche, if he's probably listening, but he was Kante and I was the little one next to him. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. And so, there's a great future ahead of him, and it's great to see that so many players and so many clubs are interested in him. So many scouts are there to sort of take note of what he's doing. Now, obviously, international break. When we come back, we play Bournemouth. Now at the present, it looks like Freddie's going to be okay, which is a dead leg according to Nuno, and he expects him back in training. One player who won't be playing for the Bournemouth game will be Lucas Paqueta. He picked up his 5th booking this season and will miss the Bournemouth game through suspension, which might mean that a slight move around in terms of who's going to be playing in that position, whether it means Souček comes in, whether it means it might be some minutes for the likes of Luis Guilherme potentially in that more sort of advanced role. Maybe we push for Edson Fernandes. Matheus Fernandes into the 10 role and bringing Magassa to play as a double pivot alongside Potts. There's some interesting ideas there. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Obviously with Lucas out, what happens? What happens? Who plays that 10 role? Or do we play a 10 role? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to check out leedsandbrowne.com for latest news, reviews, and opiniones. And I'll be back tomorrow. Actually, I won't back Thursday. Holly will be on tomorrow. Until next time, my friends, take care. Much love. Peace out, mofos.